Alright guys, so let's look at the BTC, Bitcoin miners, Riot Platforms, Cleanspark, Marathon Digital. So far, to get started, let's have a look at BTC. So Bitcoin, it does look like it wants to break out because it has been consolidating in this level. I mean, it has to move one way or another, but I'm more neutral to bullish BTC right here, right now, if we do see the 74 basically crack to the upside and basically break out of here. So BTC above its 50-day moving average. Also, if you take a look at the dollar, I think the dollar came down, DXY has been pulling back. If dollar comes down a little bit more, you might see the gold and all those things to catch a bit, and especially small caps. That's where I'm going with this. You can see IWM doing nothing, but if you take a look at the TLT bonds, I mean, yields have been coming down. So when yields crush down, I mean, there should be a little bit more appetite to risky assets. So let's start with Riot Platforms. Riot Platforms yesterday had a short report. I don't remember what they were saying. I think something has to do with their accounting practices. I don't know. I didn't read to it. But I remember in the morning it was flushing and recovered it right away. But I think it's Carisdale something. Research. You can take a look at it on Twitter or X. And just read the full report, what they were saying. So Riot Platforms back above its 50-day moving average. So I am not bearish this name until it cracks $8 level, which I have an alert for right here, where it had a pretty big bounce, actually like 50% or so. So right here, right now, it's like among all those miners, this stock may be the one is not really like following the everything else. Maybe it needs to clean $12 level, and also the 200-day moving average for the stock is right here at 1170 something. So after that, I would be watching this name possibly push towards its highs. But you have a resistance at 1250, and you can draw a trend line like this, resistance trend line, to watch. Maybe let's do this. Ultra short term. Let's say if I switch to weekly, maybe, well, come next earnings report, which is August, maybe by August it might push towards this $16-17 levels, and that would be your basically resistance trend line to watch. If you look at it on a weekly chart, looks like this level of a 9 and 10 has been acting support for almost over a year now. So yeah, kind of like a base right here, but you want to see this name get back above $12 in order for it to push towards the $16 level. On the other hand, CLSK, Cleanspark, this is a weekly chart of Cleanspark. You can see pretty tricky. I was tricked many times, both to the upside and downside. I thought it would crack 15 couple days ago, but then BTC came up and it's pushing. You can see this yellow line on my chart represents 50-day SMA. So these names are catching bid. So if it does get back above, ideally you want this name to clear, maybe like for now, to stay above $19, $20, ideally 21. All these levels are resistance. 19, 20 a little bit, 21. Above 21, sure, it has a chance to push towards the 52-week highs, which is 24.75. Market cap looks like for CLSK 3.8 billion dollars. On the other hand, the big dog is the Marathon Digital, Mara. So this is what I'm watching. So I do have this support trend line, and I have this resistance trend line, larger time frames, right? But still, I'm looking at it on a daily time frame. You can see how this name has been forming this little uptrending channel right here, ultra short term. So if we see this name break 24, so right here, right now, 2275, that's the resistance. We talked about this many times. So if we do see this name clear 24, yeah, it has a chance to push all the way to 34-ish levels. On a weekly time frame, let's take a look on weekly what's going on. So it looks pretty good actually on a weekly volume. I mean, you want volume to show up. They're not reporting earnings until August 5th, but if BTC pushes, yeah, why not? Because the highest weekly close for Marathon Digital for basically for the last year, it has been $27. So if it clears 27, so after 22, if we see weekly close above 27, well, that's the sign. Then it can run actually very quickly. Like it can happen very fast, just like it happened. Do you guys remember this move right here before New Year's? October lows, maybe something like that, because we have FOMC coming up as well, 12th of June, I believe. So whatever they hint, Canada, Bank of Canada, they cut the rates. So if there gonna be any hint, I mean, market is already actually pricing in. If you take a look at the Fed Watch tool, then we might see small caps catch a bit actually. But large caps were all-time highs. I don't know if we're gonna push a little bit more or pull back, and then market will rotate into the small caps. But so far, I have no reason to be bearish any of these miners at these prices. But we need to see them do a little bit more. You can see Mara catching a little bit higher volume recently. But that's what I'm watching for all of these miners. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you in the next one.